G'day everyone. I've decided to make a frottage so you can see what materials or mediums I've used, how I've created and sorted my rubbings, and how I worked at piecing my frottage together to create an awesome little owl. I'm inside and what I've done is I've come up to the air conditioner, so it's a little bit higher, and you can see that I'm able to collect a frottage. Okay, so I've come into my son's room and what I've found is a little plastic basket which has got a beautiful texture on there. So I'm going to use that piece of paper and I'm going to create a rubbing. Now you can see that I've used one colour and I'm going to use a different coloured crayon just to create a little bit more depth into the frottage that I'm making. Outside now, and I've got a little carriage that I found with some beautiful textures, and you can see the difference in this one is I'm actually using coloured paper to create a frottage. I'll do a little bit more later, and I'm going to take again another colour and go over that. I've collected all my frottages now, or I think I can always collect some more. You can see I've just used old crayons that I've had around the room and I've taken the paper off so that I could use the side of the stick. I've worked on yellow paper as well. I've also got some coloured paper, but I've also got some white paper as well. So I'll start and put my work together. One of the things you need to remember as well is just because you've got paper and a pair of scissors, it doesn't mean that everything needs to be cut out. Creating a torn edge can look really effective as well. One of the things, well, what I'm going to try and make is an owl. So this is going to be the wing of an owl, and I'm going to consider the shape in which I'm cutting it out and the direction in which I'm cutting it out as well. And if you muck up a little bit, it's a wing, it's a collage, it's not supposed to be perfect, so don't stress. Here you can see my owl starting to take shape. I've got the head. What I did find in my bling, when I did the beaded collages for the shells, is an old piece of jewellery of which I've frottaged over the top. It took me quite a few goes because I just couldn't seem to go around it neatly, but I've come up with a couple that I like. So I think I'm going to tear those out again because that will relate to all of my torn shapes so far. You can see that I've torn out my head here, and then I've torn around the frottages that I did from my bit of embellishment. Then what I've done is I've actually scribbled a little bit on the outside of here because it's my owl and I want my eyes to stand out of the owl. I'm just going to work back over it with the crayon a little bit just to make it stand out. It's a bit funny, from this whole page of frottages, and you can see how big it is in relation to my hand, I've actually torn out one little piece and which I put on for his beak. There you have a nice simple little frottage of an owl created with some coloured paper or some white paper and with some crayons. Nice simple one for you to do at home.